What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. A slightly different video today, as you may have guessed by the title, but we're going to spend the full day working inside VR with the MetaQuest 3. Now some of you might know that I'm a developer, so I'm going to be spending the full day with the MacBook and the MetaQuest coding away on our workout app. We're going to explore a couple of the different apps that I've used before in the past to work virtually and see how we get on. Now I'm not entirely sure how this video is going to go or even what my day's about to look like, but we're just going to kind of freestyle it and just see where we end up. So in advance, I hope that you enjoy the video and thanks for clicking to watch. Now first things first, before I sit down and start coding, I like to plan out my day ahead and the tasks that I have at hand. So for that, we're going to grab ourselves the MetaQuest 3 and a keyboard that we can hook up to it and then go and make ourselves a cup of tea. So here we are with our keyboard and MetaQuest. We're going to make a cup of tea and get started. And for those who might be wondering, this is the Bobo VR head strap for the Quest 3. It does come with a battery pack, which we're likely going to have to use a little bit later, but for now I don't have it on obviously because the Quest is fully charged. One thing I've noticed is that wearing rings doesn't actually allow your hands to be tracked as well with the Quest, so that's likely going to stay in our pocket today. So one of the apps that I've used before in the past is called Soft Space, so we're actually going to just load that up here. So we need to build the UI for when a user is subscribed to a plan, and then we just want to do another point to that, and we want to say, I think for now we're just going to leave it at that. So that is our tasks for today, which is mostly front-endy stuff, but this is Soft Space. This is amazing for taking your notes, because again you can move all of these around. Like you can place that there, you can create another one, you can drag that here, you can add photos in here. So there is a browser in here like you can see, so just say got it. Some of it is touch, some of it seems to not be touch. That is one thing that I found. So when it's not touch, you have to just use your hands and say got it, and when it is you can do this. So we'll just get in here, picture of a MacBook with code. I mean, we should just get one of our own pictures really, shouldn't we? But you'll see that thing, you'll see that show on an image. So at that point you can drag it in, drop it on, and you've now got your picture. So this is handy if you really want to plan your day out, and you can add photos in. So you could say build the UI. If I had a design for the UI, I could then drop the design underneath, and then so on and so forth. And it's a really good way to just build out your list, and you can just come in here and this is your own space where, I mean, look, you've got different themes and all sorts of things that you can change in here. It's a really nice app. More see-through, and then more within the space itself. So right, so now we've got a basic plan list, and I do mean very basic, as you can see. There's a couple of tasks on there, although they're quite big tasks. As I said, we're now going to head upstairs. We don't actually need the keyboard now, but we're going to get connected to the Mac and actually start some coding. So I'll see you up there in a second. So we're back at the workspace obviously, and we're now going to load up some code and actually get into some work. So I'm just checking out the battery life there, and I can see the battery life is looking a little low. So we hit Immersed. There we go. Last used 4 days ago because I was actually doing some bits in here the other day. And we'll just do a stationary boundary. You need to quit. Sure. Right, so we're now in the Immersed app, and we're in a public space. So if we actually turn around, you can actually see that there are people working. Now we do have our mic muted, and we are in D&D mode, but you can walk around and you can talk to these people. And I've had some really cool conversations in here with people before. Obviously it's a public workspace, but you can, like I said, you can set your mic to mute, and it just gets you somewhere a bit different. But this is a great way, again, you work from home and you're a bit, not lonely, but you know, you miss human interaction. There is virtual human interaction there that you can have. So this is the front end code base of the app. Perfect, and I can see that the text is really clear, really visible. And over here we've got our Xcode emulator running, which is great. And again, we've got a browser here, so we can sort of check out console logs and do everything that we need to do in here. So I'm going to just obviously work through. Battery life of the Quest is actually disappearing slightly, so I am going to if I just go to mixed reality mode and show you that, I'm just going to grab the Bobo VR battery pack. I'm just going to slot that onto the back of the head and just keep the Quest charged up for a little bit so we can actually spend the full day working in it, because I want to spend the full day working in it and sort of give you my thoughts and opinions afterwards. I mean, so far, especially with this new head strap, pretty comfortable. I can see me working in this full day, no issues whatsoever. Obviously the recording is kind of killing my progress a little, but it's fine. I wanted to do this video and I wanted to put out some content for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna bang this on, get the Quest charged up a bit, just get cracking, and I'll catch up with you guys within an hour or so. Just a quick sit rep. I've just had to pause Spotify, otherwise I'd get in trouble for playing music. It's actually really fun just sitting here. I'm still in the same space. I'm still in the public space, but obviously I've got D&D turned on. As you can see, those people over there are having a conversation, which is pretty cool. Think twice, code once. But that's just a little check-in, and we'll catch you in a minute, guys. Right, 12:15, kind of lunchtime. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to put the Quest on a fast charge because it is losing battery. I've probably got some messy hair. I'm just looking in the mirror now. Face isn't too bad. There's not actually too many red circles or red lines. The Quest, obviously, once it sits on your face, if you're working out and getting a bit sweaty, it can sort of leave like red rashes around your face. Just sitting still, obviously, I'm not running around, I'm not sweating. So there's actually a lack of that, which is pretty good to see. So yeah, I'm going to put the Quest on charge for a bit. I'm going to have some lunch and come back and crack on. So far, so good. I've been enjoying it very much. Right, we're back from lunch, obviously. Got ourselves a nice little Red Bull there. We're still back in Immersed, and we're going to crack on. So I spent the first half of the morning just trying to structure out some of my data, my databases, really going through and just planning exactly how I need the data, how I want to store it, how I want to retrieve it, so on and so forth. I still need to finish off a little bit of that, and then I'm going to get into some actual coding. Obviously, you very much have to think stuff through before you just crack on with it, otherwise you're going to find yourself running into walls down the line. So I'm very much trying to think of all the potential issues and stuff firstly before we end up getting there. But yep, back into the VR. The headset is actually charging nicely on the MacBook. So I think being charging and plugged into the MacBook, you might actually be able to run this all day without running out of power, which is obviously amazing. We are still in, like I said, so if we just turn off the virtual reality, as you can see, moved all my screens here, I should put those up a bit. If you just have a little look here, and we hide the screens, you can see we are still in the cafe, and there are plenty of people in here. I mean, there's an astronaut there, but working away. I'd love to see it. Tell you what, though, we will have a little change up. Go to Cave of Productivity, Alpine Chalet. Should we go here? So you simply hit that. Looks like I need to readjust the keyboard see-through there. Oh, this is a little bit intimate, isn't it? This is a little bit intimate. Yeah. It's a cool view, but I think we'll just go back to the cat. A little bit intimate for me. There we go. So I guess while we're here, we'll sort out the keyboard and I can show you how you go ahead and do that. So you literally hit on the keyboard. There's a keyboard portal option. When that shows, you see here, we can have redo or confirm. We want to redo that because it's slightly wrong. You simply pinch down here, go along the line of your keyboard. Oh, that's slightly wrong. We'll redo that again. Pinch down here, try and get it to a straight line, and then at this point, you then go up. And we'll hit confirm. Now we can see the keyboard. Happy days. So what's the time now? It's actually a clock up there, which is pretty cool. It's 1:15. We'll crack on with some work, and I'll catch up with you within an hour or so. What's up, guys? Just another quick little check-in. The battery is actually draining. just at a very slow rate, or at 72% battery. I guess it seemingly goes up and down, and I'm not entirely sure if it's the strain on the headsets of what I'm putting it through, and if whatever I'm doing on the MacBook has any effect. Because obviously the MacBook is what's running all the code and 1 million tabs of Chrome. But the fact I am remote desktoping to it, I guess, would mean that the Immersed app is having to handle more data, which in turn could then put more of a strain on the battery. I don't know. I'll have to do sort of more long-term testing. But anyway, we're in here. We're currently cracking on with some stuff. As you can see, I've actually changed location. We're now at some sort of retreat in the French or Swiss Alps, maybe. It's so mad when you just see like the windowsill and things sitting right there. It does feel like you're actually in this space. Yeah, crazy. Again, I think I touched on this earlier. I mean, I've got a full setup here already. It's not like I really need this. I have a MacBook. I have an insane desk setup with a 49-inch ultra wide, so on and so forth. But I mean, if you're sitting here, even like if you want interaction with people, like people keep coming in and out. I'm in D&D, or I at least have my mic turned off and the sound down, so I can't hear anyone, just because I'm trying to crack on with some work. But people come in and they start waving at you, and you give them, "Oh, hello, how you doing?" It just brings something a little extra. I mean, I'm sitting at home, I'm remote working. I am at home all day. Obviously, I'm no longer in a team, so it's not like I'm on and off Slack all day just chatting away to the team. So granted, I mean, I have an Instagram following that I constantly talk to people, which I'm grateful for. But if you didn't and you felt a little bit lonely, this is a really good way of just sort of switching up a bit. Still wearing the Meta Quest, obviously. Not really having too many issues. I am feeling it a little bit more on my cheeks, on my cheekbones. Maybe it's a case of I need to do some readjustment, but it's nothing major. I feel like I could definitely do the full day without any real issues. I do tend to take breaks now and again anyway, between going out for walks and so on and so forth. So you can see it's up time here. We're nearly another hour in. Again, going to continue to work. I might change up location again and bring you somewhere new. But I'm running with the free screen setup here. And just if I haven't touched on it already earlier, you are able to obviously move these away. You can move them up, you can move them down. You could lay down and have them like that. You can pretty much move them however you want. You have ability to adjust the sizing. You go to the corners here, you can drag, make them massive, you can make them smaller. You can even add a little curve onto them, so these are flat. If you click that, you can have them curved, like so. And then you can adjust the curvature. But I think flat like that is pretty good with the triple screen setup. Red Bull on the go here, just do mixed reality. We've still got a Red Bull, still some in here. Again, my setup is nice and all, but being in the actual virtual realities, you can't beat these sort of views. Just insane. This is the future. This is definitely the future of working. I can see teams adopting this. I mean, the whole Apple Vision Pro's on its way out, and sadly I'm in the UK and probably couldn't afford one anyway, so I won't be getting my hands on one. But I'd really love to see what people are going to do with it. I don't know how much better it's going to be over what I'm doing right now with the Meta Quest. I'm seeing the text clear as day, and I'm having zero issues whatsoever. So I don't know what the Apple Vision Pro is going to bring that is worth an extra, £3,000, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, let me crack on and we'll get. Oh, that is another stint done inside the Immersed app. I've been cracking on all day with it. It's nearly 3 o'clock, so it's actually time for a walk and a quick workout before we finish off the final stint of the day inside the virtual world. As you can probably see, the hair is pretty messed up now. The face is looking a little red. Under here, I can definitely feel face feels slightly heavy. It's definitely not as bad as when you use the standard strap that comes with the Meta Quest. The Bobo VR headset head strap is a definite upgrade. It certainly helps to distribute the weight both front and back with the added pads up top here. They definitely, I mean, you can see the indentation in the hair. So they work, they definitely work. So far so good. I've spent the majority of the day inside the VR headset, and I've had a good time. I've been quite immersed into the work, very much just cracking on. Obviously we've been using the Immersed app today rather than the meta version. Maybe we'll look at that in another video. I use the Immersed app. I find it works well for me. I enjoy it. It seems to work pretty flawlessly. No real issues when I'm working with it, which is the main thing, because if I'm choosing this way to work, I want it to just work. I don't want any bugs, crashes, or anything like that. I just want to be able to crack on with the job. It's nice being able to change up location, and every now and again you get people coming up to you and giving you a little wave. I do have the voice chat and stuff turned off usually because I'm busy just cracking on with work. But for those who might want to have some interactions with other people, it's quite a nice little way to sort of break up the day. The day is actually flying by, so we're going to get out on that walk, hit a quick workout, and then come back and finish off the final stint of the day with the MetaQuest 3 with the Immersed app inside virtual reality. What a time to be alive. What's up, guys? So we're back into the headset, back on the Immersed app now, ready to crack on and get some work done. I mean, this is a lovely, lovely, lovely scenic setting to work in, but I think we'll have a quick change up. Cave of Productivity 6. Let's go take a look. Okay, it's definitely a cave. It's definitely a cave. We are in here on our own. I think I've found my new favourite working space, because that's pretty mental. Actually see the United Kingdom up there? That's where we are from, boys and girls. That's pretty damn cool. Obviously I'm in here on my own. This is a public space. I really like this. This is really, really cool. I'm big into space vibes and so on. So this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty damn cool. What's up, guys? So that's the final stint done for today's video. I don't really know how it's turned out or how it will turn out. I don't know if I'm gonna have to roll this into multiple days to get the clips that I needed. I've been pretty much working non-stop in the VR. Anytime I've been working, it's been done in the VR for the entire day, and I think you might be able to see by my face, my hair, my face is looking a little red. I can see in the mirror. There's definitely some indentation in the hair and face from wearing the headset all day. But I think it's about time I now give my opinion and thoughts on what it's been like working inside the MetaQuest 3 for the entire day. So first things first, it's an experience for sure. It is totally different working inside that than it is just sitting there with your monitor. Obviously, it's entirely different. There's some initial setup, especially getting like the Bluetooth keyboards connected to the Quest. You have to get the Quest connected depending on which space you are. You have to set up your environment to make sure you set up your room scale boundaries or your stationary boundaries and such things and so on. But as you've seen, there's a couple of apps that we've used today with the soft space, just sort of planning out our day. It was very brief and very light today. It would have been a lot more in depth realistically. And then we've spent the entire day in the Immersed app. The Immersed app is amazing, highly rate it. If you're going to do remote desktop work using your laptop or your PC, I would highly, highly recommend the Immersed app. It is incredible. It's free, but there is a paid plan where I think you can get additional screens and access to some certain rooms. If you don't want to pay, you really don't have to. It works amazingly. But overall, we've got some pretty decent work done. Granted, I've had to be mindful of the fact I'm filming for a YouTube video, so I have had to keep stopping and getting clips. I've had to record on the headset. I've had to record on the iPhone. I've had to like sort of boost it on Instagram to try and show people what I'm doing. So there has been extra work. But once I've been inside that zone, whether I'm inside the virtual calf or my own individual room or in the Swiss Alps or wherever it might have been with the snowy scene and the glass windows, triple screen setup, and just sat there and you're immersed into it to the fact that there's so many less distractions. You're just focused. I don't know what it is. I guess because you can't look outside your windows, you can't really pick up your phone and look at your phone. You're just inside the zone and you just get the job done. because you've got the headset on, obviously the speakers inside the Meta Quest are right inside the little arms right there. So they sit just above your ears. So when you're playing music, you don't even need it that loud, and it's just straight into your head, straight into your ears, straight into your head, and you're focused. You've got your triple screen set up, and I just feel like you can just really get some solid work done. It's almost like you just shut out the entire outside world. Even though I'm indoors, you shut out everything around you, and you're just in the zone. And now I don't know what work it is that you do. You might be a designer, you might be a writer. I have no idea. I can only give my experiences from being a developer and working in programming, but it's been amazing. It's been great fun. I've had some funny chats with people. I've left out all recordings of chats just because people probably don't want to be in YouTube videos. The chats weren't really anything personal. It's just saying hello to people and just finding out what they're doing with the day. But I've left those out because I don't really want to include those in the video in case people weren't really interested. But it's been nice just sort of having some light chats with people now and again. Now, am I going to work like this going forward? I don't know. I want to. Obviously, the only downsides is, again, the headset isn't exactly the most comfortable thing to have on your face for the entire day. But it's passable. It's very passable. And once you're connected to the MacBook, it actually provides enough charge that you can keep it relatively topped up. And then if you go out for walks or breaks, just make sure that you keep it on charge and it will charge for 100%. So I think maybe one day a week, especially now I'm essentially fully remote and I don't actually have a team. So I'm not on Slack talking to my work buddies like I used to be. This is a great way to almost have some sort of interaction and also throw yourself into a zone where you can just be focused. I hope, again, the video has been informative. That's my opinion on it. I think there's a future in this. I think this is where it's heading. I don't know in which capacity it's going to be heading, but with the releases of the Apple Vision Pro and so on and so forth, the XR glasses are making a big boost. VR is getting pretty incredible. This is going to be the future. So there we have it. Hopefully this has been a good video. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed making this. So thank you so much for watching. And if you've stayed till the very end, you're amazing. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'll speak to you soon, guys. Should we go back in it? Let's go back in it.